Welcome to Wellness Through Physical Therapy. I'm Paula DEIGNAN at the Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. With me is Ting. Oh, hello.
How are you doing there?
I'm wonderful, and I'm so happy to be here.
Excellent.
We're starting off today, and we're going to be talking about something. Are you ready for this? I'm putting the gloves on, and I'm going to take this man down.
I should have brought my gloves with me.
You should have brought your gloves with you. Actually, tell everybody, Ting, what we're going to be talking about today.
Okay, yeah, today we're going to be talking about a program for Parkinson's disease called Rock Steady Boxing. And they've actually found that a lot of people with Parkinson's disease don't do so well with traditional exercises, and they actually tend to improve with Rock Steady Boxing. So it's a way for people to... It's counterintuitive. There is a connection that people think about with Muhammad Ali.
Right.
That
absolutely.
Boxing creates Parkinson's disease.
Right.
But they've actually found a different connection where they found that boxing can improve people with Parkinson's disease.
Now, I find that just by holding these gloves on, and I assume that we actually use things like this in the training.
Yes.
Okay, well, I find all this very fascinating, and I don't see a correlation at all. So I'm going to put this man to the test. Don't you dare go away. We're going to find out more as we pursue wellness through physical therapy at Physical Therapy and Balance Centers.
We're here. We're here to fight this. We're here with board-certified oncologists. We're here with access to genetic counseling, clinical trials, and the most advanced treatment options. We're here with the strength of the region's leading health network. And now we're here in Hazleton, the new LVHN Cancer Center. We're here for you.
Finally, a car buying experience where it's quick, transparent, and you're set for life. At Hazleton Honda, every new vehicle purchased includes a lifetime warranty, lifetime oil and filter changes, lifetime car washes, lifetime loaner vehicles, lifetime state inspections, and Sunday express service. A gigantic selection to choose from, always amazing prices, courteous and expert sales staff, convenient store hours. Discover the joy of buying at Hazleton Honda, where you are set for life.
If you haven't found the perfect fishing getaway, you haven't been to Captain's Cove. Located on Henderson Harbor in upstate New York, Captain's Cove offers a variety of accommodations to please just about anyone. The motel, also located on the harbor, offers a magnificent view. Enjoy free morning coffee, air-conditioned rooms, cable TV, and HBO. The cottage can accommodate up to 8 people with 3 bedrooms, a complete kitchen, washer-dryer, 2 full baths, air conditioning, and outside grill and picnic table. Call us today for rates and information at 1-800-824-FISH.
With Election Day right around the corner, WYLN TV, the leader in live local news, brings you a special candidate forum featuring the Republicans and Democrats running for Hazleton City Council. Join Gary Perna and Tiffany Cloud on Thursday, November 2nd at 7 p.m. as they ask the candidates the hard questions. Tune in so when you head to the polls, you can make an informed decision. WYLN taking the lead to make sure you are informed.
Welcome back to Wellness Through Physical Therapy. I'm Paula DEIGNAN. With me from Physical Therapy and Balance Centers is Ting O, and we are talking about something which doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
No, it doesn't, does it?
That we're going to be using boxing in order to help people with Parkinson's. First of all, maybe what we should have you do, Ting, is explain a little bit about what is Parkinson's disease.
Sure. Well, first of all, Parkinson's disease affects a lot of people in the United States. They estimate around about 1 million people in the U.S. has Parkinson's disease.
What ages?
Mostly over the age of 40. But
40?
You have probably older, but you have young onset Parkinson's disease as well. People in their 30s and 40s start to have Parkinson's disease.
Wow.
But they've found that when you are diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, usually at that point you've lost already 60% of your dopamine receptors in your brain.
Dopamine.
And dopamine, Parkinson's disease comes about because the brain starts to lose the ability to process dopamine, which is a chemical that helps with movement.
Oh.
So it's a neurological condition obviously affecting the brain, and it's progressive, which means it typically gets worse as you go on with the disease.
So this dopamine that is in our bodies is not something that we can go and get a supplement for, or?
There is medications that are out there that can help a person be able to utilize dopamine better. Okay, but what they've done is they've actually found one of the best ways to help someone prevent loss of dopamine receptors, plus helps them utilize dopamine better in the brain and more efficiently, is exercise.
Oh.
So instead of medication is important, but medication is not a cure. And a lot of people with Parkinson's disease, when they've been diagnosed, they're usually told there's nothing you can do about it.
Right.
You're going to get worse every year, and you better get your affairs in order because this is the best you're ever going to feel.
I don't want anybody wondering why I have my boxing gloves on here. I'm not going to hurt them, I promise. But we are going to talk about, as you mentioned in the beginning, how boxing helps people with Parkinson's. But let's get back to Muhammad Ali.
Sure.
The fact that so many people thought that there was a correlation between his onset of Parkinson's and boxing.
Well, there was. The main problem with Muhammad Ali and boxing is the contact. So when you get hit in the head a lot of times, it creates a brain injury. And over time, that brain injury can result in decreased ability for the brain to utilize all the chemicals in the brain. Obviously, some damage. And when you get damage to the brain, it can lead to Parkinson's disease.
So we've learned something right now.
Right,
We're not going after each other.
No. You can hit me, just not in the head. But so with Rock Steady Boxing, it's a non-contact boxing program.
Good.
Okay, so pointing that out to everyone.
Yes, it's very important.
It's important to know you're actually not going to spar. You're only going to spar with bags. That's all, and possibly with the coach who uses mitts. And mitts, if anyone's watched boxing, especially with some professional boxers, you'll see a trainer hold onto mitts, and you'll get to hit the mitts. So that's the extent of the hitting in Parkinson's, in Rock Steady Boxing.
Well, again, when you're talking about a person with Parkinson's, and I have my own personal experience with Parkinson's because my husband has it, and there is a shaking, a tremoring. So how do we get rock steady when we have this tremor?
Okay, so when you look at shaking or tremors is actually one of the biggest symptoms in Parkinson's disease. But I don't know what your husband is like. I've never met the man, but
we'll get him here.
A lot of people with Parkinson's disease tend to have some very classical symptoms or signs. Okay, so they tend to lose their postural control. They tend to start to tremor. They tend not to be able to move well, so they tend to shuffle when they walk. And they tend to not be very vocal. They tend to become less emotional. So it affects not only the physical, but it also affects the mental as well and the emotional. And
I'm going to stop you right there because my question is then, if someone is watching this and says, because with him, he all of a sudden was holding his cell phone and his cell phone would start to shake. And he would say, oh, it's because my arm is tired, and there were 1,000,001 excuses. Would that have been a possibility?
Definitely, because Parkinson's disease affects all parts of your function. But, like I said, one of the best things they've found to help with a lot of these symptoms, you're not going to reverse the course of Parkinson's disease, but you can really manage the symptoms. And one of the best ways is to get into an exercise program. And according to the Parkinson's Disease Foundation, they've actually recommended that you do what's called intense exercises, and the more intense, the greater the benefits. So intensity is the important factor there. And according to the Parkinson's Disease Foundation, again, because by the time most people are diagnosed, they tend to have already lost a lot of the dopamine receptors in the brain, they say the quicker after diagnosis you start intense exercises, the better.
All right, now you got to stop again. You got to stop again because, again, I'm thinking Parkinson's patients have a difficult time walking. I know here at Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, you have a program where you can put someone in a harness and that makes them feel comfortable. But now you're telling me that Parkinson's patients are putting on gloves, they're going after these bags, and how do you do that so that you can get across to someone that they're not going to get hurt?
So it's That was the very exact question that the medical providers actually asked when they started seeing rock-steady boxing programs pop up across the country.
I can see
the
why.
The fear obviously being you're going to hurt people.
Right.
So the Indianapolis University Physical Therapy Program actually went out to conduct a study at the original Parkinson's disease, well, the rock-steady boxing, the initial facility, and they followed the boxers over a 9-month period just to check to make sure they weren't getting hurt. And not only did they find that people weren't getting hurt, but they actually found that they were getting better, which was, as a physical therapist, I've worked with a lot of people with Parkinson's disease, and it's something that you don't see a lot of because, like I say, it's a progressive neurological condition, which means they tend to get worse.
Right.
But from the university studies, especially at the Indianapolis University, where the main campus is, they followed, again, these people over a 2-year program after they did the initial 9-month program. They followed them over 2 years and compared people that were in the boxing program versus people that were in a community-based exercise program not related to rock-steady boxing.
Now, are these people that are doing this program, are they newly diagnosed Parkinson's patients?
Not necessarily. They have all conditions. They have people that walk well, just newly diagnosed. They have people in stage 4 Parkinson's disease who are wheelchair-bound.
Oh.
And there are people that can't stand up on their own. So it's for people with all conditions, and they cater for that. But they found that over a 2-year period, the study was that people with Parkinson's disease not only improved their balance, which is unheard of.
Right.
They improved their walking speed over a 2-year period, which again is unheard of.
Wow.
And their quality of life measures actually improved over that 2-year period versus people that weren't in the program, that were doing community-based exercises. Their quality of life actually declined.
All right.
So it's something that people have to understand. It's safe, and it's going to help with your Parkinson's symptoms.
All right, well, Tingo, I am going to put on my gloves, and when we come back, I'm going to make this man show us exactly what he's talking about, because I'm still a little bit skeptical. Those bags look awful big, and these gloves feel kind of heavy. So don't you dare go away. We'll be back with more in just a few moments.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
The best team in the league is at Fairway Chevy Subaru in Hazleton. That's because nobody beats a Fairway Chevy Subaru deal. Nobody! We've got a playbook full of big discounts and low prices on every new Chevy and Subaru. No matter what your credit situation, Fairway's Chevy Subaru's team of finance experts have helped thousands of people with less than perfect credit get approved. It's fast, easy, and will help you score a new car. Catch the best deals all season long at Fairway Chevy Subaru in Hazleton. Nobody beats a Fairway Chevy Subaru deal. Nobody!
WYLN has strong ties to the community and it's committed to important causes like the American Cancer Society and Helping Hands Society telethons. WYLN's commitment to Pennsylvania continues with the broadcast of Hazleton's Fun Fest Parade and the Christmas and St. Patrick's Day parades in Wilkes-Barre. In the summer, we broadcast the Weatherly and Giants Despair Hill Climb. And throughout the year, we provide important community services through the broadcast of town meetings, school board meetings, election night coverage, and other community events. WYLN, we're your local network.
Mom? Grandma, it's us. Mom, are you here?
When home alone, an emergency can become a tragedy. However, with any of Life Alert's 3 emergency systems, help can be summoned immediately. Whether at home,
help! I've fallen and I can't get up.
in the bathroom,
I've fallen in the shower.
and on the go.
Help! I've fallen in the park and I can't get up.
Don't worry, help is on the way.
Life Alert saves a life every 10 minutes.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-862-4184. That's 1-800-862-4184. Call now for a free brochure. Call 1-800-862-4184.
In a world where an instant tweet can create a firestorm of news coverage, WYLN is moving with the times, allowing for more instant reporting of breaking news on television and on social media, as well as regular hourly news updates. News gets out faster than ever before, and WYLN brings it all to you. Live weekdays at 5:30 only on WYLN. We're your local network.
Welcome back to Wellness Through Physical Therapy, and we are here at Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. Ting O is here. Ting O, I believe, has officially become a boxing trainer because he's been telling me a little bit about how all this works. Now, again, I'm not steady on my feet, even though. But
the thing is with most people with Parkinson's disease, you mentioned before, how do you get them to do this?
Right.
We actually teach them how to box, because when you think about it, look at Muhammad Ali, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Exactly.
So footwork, agility, strength, posture, power, all the things that people with Parkinson's disease needs. So if you look at it actually makes sense because according to ESPN, the most intense exercise you can do is boxing.
I can understand that.
When the Parkinson's Disease Foundation recommends intense exercises, what better exercise can you do? And when you look at some of the boxing drills, okay, they improve posture, they improve agility, and through the exercise program that's been adapted to people with Parkinson's disease, it tries to target all the problems that people with Parkinson's disease have in terms of symptoms. And going through this, it helps them address all those things.
Well, I have to say, this is the real deal.
Plus it's fun.
Plus it's fun. It is fun.
Yep.
But it is the real deal. Now, you mentioned to me that if we were actually going into a Parkinson's boxing class.
With any boxing class.
With any boxing class, you would actually tape my hand.
Yeah, we would actually wrap it with wraps. There's speed wraps it's kind of like a glove that you can put on, but there's also like tape wraps which will wrap people. It's to protect the hands because you're going to be hitting things. These bags get pretty hard. And with the wraps, it protects your hands, plus it protects your wrists from injury.
Okay, so we're going to pretend that we have done that, and now you're going to put my gloves on. Okay. So now I am here to take the Parkinson's boxing class.
Right, so one of the first things we'll do before a Parkinson's, people with Parkinson's disease in Rocksteady Boxing actually call themselves Parkies. So I'm going to call you a Parkie.
Okay, I'll take that.
So when the Parkies come into the class, one of the first things we do is we will actually put them through an assessment. Okay. Based on, we want to find out what they're like physically so we can adapt the program to them.
Now, do they have to have a doctor's clearance in order to do this
We
first?
usually like it because, again, this is people with a medical condition.
Right.
And we want to make sure they don't have anything that's contraindicating them from exercising intensely.
Right.
Because they do exercise intensely.
Right.
So once we do that, that initial assessment, we'll be able to assign them to an adequate level of training. Okay? And from there, when they first come into the class, we'll actually physically teach them how to box.
Now, chances are some of them are already going through physical therapy.
Yeah, a lot of them have been through physical therapy.
Right.
Yes.
So now they are moving on to maybe expanding what they've already learned.
Yes,
what they've already done.
Yeah, and nothing against physical therapists, but there's a number of different Parkinson's disease programs out there. One of the better known one is LSVT for the people that know Parkinson's disease. And when I was at the Rocksteady boxing training, when me and Brad, the lead coach, went to it, there was an LSVT practitioner there who was also a physical therapist. And her comment was Rocksteady boxing was LSVT on steroids.
Oh.
So people put physical therapy management for Parkinson's disease at a high rung. But in this case, I'm a physical therapist, so nothing against physical therapists. Rocksteady boxing goes beyond the level of what physical therapy does for people with Parkinson's disease because of the actual intensity of the program.
So, but you're actually taking things that Parkies may have gone through in physical therapy, and you're adding more to it and you're making it more intense. And I'm assuming that from in the very beginning, do they actually put the gloves on?
Yep, very day one, we teach people how to box because we want to do it the right way. And when you do it the wrong way, you may hurt yourself.
Right.
So we want to make sure people are protected, they have the right technique. We teach people how to fall. We teach people how to get up from the ground.
That's very important.
We get people rolling on the ground, and we get people doing things that they may not think they can do. A lot of parkies, we teach them how to jump rope. We teach them how to throw a medicine ball. We teach them to skip. Chase the rabbit is another common boxing agility exercise.
Wow.
Doing all sorts of drills that you would not expect people with Parkinson's disease to do.
And you do that here?
We do that here.
Exactly here.
We have roll mats that we get people up and down in. And if you think about it, people with Parkinson's disease have a risk of falling.
Oh, absolutely.
So if they fall, why not teach them how to get up again? So why not teach them how to get down on the ground again so that when they're on the ground, they're not afraid to get back up again.
And how to fall is very important as well.
Yes.
Very important. And also the caregiver.
Yeah. And we do have what's called cornermen. So people that want to come and help their parkie out, wives, husbands, caregivers, they're welcome to come into the class, learn how to help people get up off the ground, how to manage them.
Great.
And also, we go through the whole process.
All right, let's mix it up a little bit here.
You remember the 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
Well, we're going to try because Ting was very kind and gave me a little bit, but that's why I never did aerobics.
Yeah. So I remember when you first told me you were a little unbalanced. So feet shoulder width apart. Step your right foot back.
Right foot back.
And bend your knees a little bit like you're in a good boxing stance. Okay. Arms by your side first. And then just bring your elbows up to the side of your face. Because if you were boxing,
you have
these are mitts.
They're the mitts.
They're things to hit with.
Okay.
So if you were a boxer and your arms went up here, I could very easily hit you in the head. So this is a protection. Okay. So the first drill we do is 1, 2, 3, 4. Jab, cross, hook, uppercut. Okay. So jab, cross, hook, uppercut. Okay. Very good. Let's go again. Jab, cross, hook, uppercut. Good. One more. Jab, cross, hook, uppercut. And keep those hands.
See, I'm falling to the side. So I can't even imagine.
You need a lot of balance to be able to hit something hard.
Yes.
And you need a lot of balance to move your body like this. So if you think about people with Parkinson's disease, they tend to want to shuffle.
Yes.
Okay. So one of the big things we teach people to do, especially if you're looking at using a speed bag, which we have over here, you have to hit a speed bag like this. So think about posture, think about stability, and think about being upright.
Even this.
If you hit this hard and you're not steady, you'll lose your balance.
You certainly will.
One thing is, obviously we treat people differently depending on their capabilities.
Right.
But we as a medical society tend to want to protect and cuddle people. We're not going to hurt anyone, but we're going to push people to be at their maximum capability, which will translate to quality of life.
I can see why you would do that. Well, now that I've had my boxing lesson, we're going to come back and wrap everything up, tell you how you can get in touch with Ting-O and get all kinds of great information on Rock Steady Boxing as well as the physical therapy and balance centers. Don't go away.
At All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we treat our customers like family.
Because to us, nothing is more important than family.
So come on in and let our family get your family into a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram.
Need a work truck or have an active family lifestyle? All-American Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram has a wide variety of inventory to choose from. It's the Jeep Celebration event and Ram Power Days.
All-American Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram in Tamaqua.
This train key.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
For more than 45 years, S.J. Kowalski has been installing and servicing high-efficiency heating and air conditioning systems. Customer satisfaction, safety, and quality have always been their #1 priority, and they have the track record to prove it. Act now for your S.J. Kowalski Lennox rebate up to $1,600 and 0% interest for up to 72 months. Lennox and S.J. Kowalski, heating and cooling the way the earth intended. Watch Macabre Theater starring Ivana Cadaver Saturday at 10 p.m. on U2 America on WYLN TV 35. Also, check out our Gentastic Suites Halloween special at the times listed on your screen. And of course, the classic Off the Beaten Path Halloween show at its regular time. Happy Halloween from WYLN. We're your local network.
We're going to wrap up our Wellness Through Physical Therapy episode today with Ting O here at the Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. I feel lost without my gloves. I feel totally lost now.
We'll have to buy you a pair.
I think I'm going to have to find out more about it. Speaking of which, finding out more about it, I have a funny feeling that there are a lot of people out there who, and it's not, is it just for Parkinson's patients?
Well, it's interesting you mentioned that because Rocksteady Boxing is just for Parkinson's patients, or Parkies as we call people. But they've actually found that Parkinson's disease can be hereditary as well. So boxing being neuroprotective, they actually recommend family members. Well, even though you're not related, even though you're related, you're not blood. But they actually recommend family members participate in intense exercises as well to protect them from possibly developing Parkinson's disease in the future. So with that in mind, Physical Therapy and Balance Centers through Physical Fitness actually has a non-Parkinson's disease boxing program that we offer people as well. Similar thing, no contact, agility, strength boxing exercise program.
But again, it's nothing against regular physical therapy, as we said before, nothing against regular exercise, but this is a little bit different.
It's fun.
And you walk out of here, and just for the little bit of time that I've been here, I thought, wow, I've done something that's different.
Exactly, and when you're hitting things, I mean, we all like to hit things.
Without getting yelled at.
Yes. So hitting things is fun, so it's something that people can enjoy. And if you enjoy exercise, that's great because a lot of people hate to exercise.
Yes, and it definitely gives you a whole new perspective on exercise. Now, there are plenty of videos online.
Yep. So Rocksteady Boxing has a website on their own. I'm not sure of the website, but
we'll find that out for you.
So if you look on Rocksteady Boxing, they have a lot of videos. They've been featured on HBO. They've been featured on the Associated Press. They also have videos made for them through different affiliates like CBS and that type of thing. So if you're interested and you want to see more about Parkinson's disease and Rocksteady Boxing and the research behind it, feel free to go to that website, which will probably be listed somewhere, and check that site out.
And they can also get in touch with you?
Definitely, yep. Yeah, we're here, 570-501-1808. The head coach's name is Brad Beloga. And for the people that meet him, he's a very energetic guy. He loves to box. He loves to be loud, which is good. And he makes boxing really fun. So give us a call, and you're welcome to come and like see a class, just see what people actually do in the Rocksteady Boxing program. And we run the program 3 times a week at this stage, and we may have more depending on the amount of clients that we have.
Now, would this be in a regular program with physical therapy, or would this be something that somebody could sign up for and just take on their own?
This is something separate to physical therapy program. So we have a Rocksteady Boxing program that you're not in a physical therapy program, just in Rocksteady Boxing on yourself.
Thank you for tuning in to Wellness Through Physical Therapy, and we hope that you will join us again soon with our friends at the Physical Therapy and Balance Centers.